Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So, if you guys remember, not too long ago, it's only, I want to say about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I did a video breaking down the top 10 hardest hitters of Dokkan lists and calculations done by Mobile Man over on the Dokkan subreddit. Now, real quick, I just want to say that this man, Mobile Man, is a god, so I'm very appreciative to all the calculations, all the work he's done. Also, I would like to point out that these are actual calculations done. These are not opinion-based. It's not coulda, shoulda, woulda. This is like line in the sand. This is the order of units and how often they generate attack. Some units have difficult processes to kind of determine how much damage they would dish out. You know, such as counter units like Super Vegito, or units like Super 17 or LR Goku Black, who have to get hit in order to increase the amount of damage they deal. So, you know, all of that stuff is factored in. This is an update to that list a couple weeks ago that will bring into the fact the brand new 2 LRs, and also their leader skills will change positioning of some units just to get it right out of the gate. Also, I know there's always going to be people who are upset that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is not on this list, and he is not on this list because he is not on a category. The highest damage he can get, like the highest leader skill buff he gets, is 120% from either Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Tech Vegito Blue. He doesn't, he doesn't have a 170%, 150%, or even a 130%. So because of this, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is not on the list. And again, this is like average like attack, I think, that the units are going to dish out. This isn't the actual damage number you see, because I know people always say, like, oh, my Super Saiyan 4 Goku did 10 million damage against Omega Shenron, and it's like, yeah, well, there's factors involved in that, like, Goku having a special link against that Omega Shenron event. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stuff. The unit that is in the 10th spot on the list here is Super... Wait, actually, before we do this, So, Mobile Man decided to change up how the list is done now, because now we have Dokkan Fest LRs. He did a post and was asking for feedback, and here's how this is going to go. So, the traditional top 10 hitters list is going to include Dokkan Fest units, so that'll include the new LRs, Super Vegito, all Dokkan Fest units, and this will also include free-to-play LRs. So, LR Goku, LR Frieza, LR Hercule / Mr. Satan, those ones. And then the second list is the top 5 hardest hitting non-Dokkan Fest summonable LRs. So, of course, LR Broly, LR Gohan, LR Trunks, Trunks and Goten, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, those units. So here we go. So, number 10 on the list is Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. Here we can see, like, all this stuff is calculated. What links he'll have active and what percentage of the time they will be active. Also, Bardock, let's briefly take a look at him. He does get attack 100% when performing a super attack. So, any buffs that go when performing a super attack will lead to more overall damage than if it was just at the start of turn. That's based upon the way that links and passives and all that are calculated, like when damage is dealt. So the 100% when performing a super attack would be stronger than 100% at the start of turn. Plus, he also does have, when health is 70% or below, super type allies attack 40%, which is quite a substantial buff. So that causes Bardock to be 10th on the list. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Now, number 9 on the list is actually Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Here's Bardock's attack, average attack, by the way, 1,799,000. So here's Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Also, Bardock is calculated on his team, correct? Yeah, okay. So Bardock is calculated on his team. Now we have Super Saiyan 3 Broly, and he is calculated on being Bardock's team. The Super Saiyan 3 team, of course, that is, and it gets a 170% attack bonus. So Super Saiyan 3 Broly is, of course, a very hard-hitting unit. He gets a flat 100% attack bonus, and then with every orb he gets an additional 12% attack. So Broly can hit really hard. His only downfall is his low defense, since his defense lowers with every key sphere obtained, but this is the hardest hitting units list, not, how good is the unit list. So Broly is here in the top 10. and his attack is 1.8 million, basically. All right, so the next unit we're going to look at here is actually the brand new LR Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, Mobile Man goes over some stuff right here. Real quick, what team... Okay, so this is evaluated to be on their own team. I guess that does make sense, obviously. So basically, Mobile Man goes over some stuff here that LR Super Vegito has some key issues on his own team, which using it, I do think so as well. Because like Tech Vegito Blue, for example, does not link with LR Super Vegito. Like, you can kind of, manipulate the team to get maximum links, but, occasionally they will have trouble super attacking, at least with their 18-key super. They'll be able to get their 12-key super, like, every single time, because they do get additional key from Rainbow Orbs. Now, what's interesting is that Mobile Man calculates this as such. Due to the current lack of difficulty for optimal teams, that's the key word here, LR Super Vegito is assumed to not transform. This is because almost no fights will survive 6 turns against the optimal Potara team, and even if they did, Dokkan Fest bosses don't have enough offense to bring you down below 50% HP unless you sabotage yourself, which is correct. I have been able to transform almost constantly in these fights, but I'm manipulating it so that I will transform, intentionally holding back, doing things like putting a unit that's going to take ridiculous damage in harm's way just to get the transformation off. So in an optimal scenario where you're just trying to breeze through the event, you likely will not get the transformation to take place, especially on the Potara team, which is going to have units like Physical Super Vegito, who is going to be countering, and reducing damage taken, and SCR Rose Goku Black, who will be giving a 50% defensive buff to him and LR Goku Black, so the team will just breeze through everything. So that makes a lot of sense. Looking at the unit, though, we now know not to factor in, of course, the LR Vegito transformation. This list is only talking about just this card right here. So they get a 120% attack buff at the start of turn, which when you factor in their LR stats is still monstrous. And of course, they do have links like Fierce Battle, which will help them do additional damage. So that's why they fall in at, what are we, the 7th spot of the list? No, this is 8. Well, look at me, forgetting already. So their attack is 1.867. So the next unit on the list is Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma, the as of now global exclusive card. He is factored in on the Super Saiyan 4 Goku team. Also, by the way, LR Goku and Vegeta, they have a 170% attack buff as part of their leader skill. Remember that. And then here at number 7, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma, he is on a Super Saiyan 4 Goku leader, which is only 120%, which just goes to show you just how monstrous of a card Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma are. Of course, he greatly raises his attack for 1 turn on Super. He does only do supreme damage, but he also gets a 100% attack buff, and he counters upon receiving normal attacks, which allows him to do just absolutely monstrous damage. In order to maximize him, you do have to keep him on rotation, but he's just a crazy unit all around. So next, we'll move on to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I believe this is going to be factored on the LR Super Saiyan Goku Angel and Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel team. All right, so Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. This is one of my personal favorite units in the game. He gets an attack 120% attack buff. Of course, because he's on LR Physical Super Gogeta's team, that is a 170% attack buff he's getting. And also, after intense calculations, it was determined that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has a 70% chance to dodge and counter super attacks. That's why he is so high on the list. And of course, after he supers, he gets a true 50% attack buff to both his damage, if he would do an additional super by chance, or to his counter attack damage, allowing Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to place very high on this list. The next unit is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, who is factored onto Super Saiyan 3 Bardock's team. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks will output more damage on Super Saiyan 3 Bardock's team as opposed to LR Super Gogeta's team. Because of the way the links are working, it'll probably be easier for Gotenks to get that 11 key super most of the time on the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock team. I can vouch for that as well. On the Bardock team, getting the 11 key super with Gotenks is relatively easy. Of course, Gotenks is a unit designed for one thing, and that is to hit very hard. If you get that 11 key super, he will massively raise attack for one turn and cause immense damage. I believe massively is a 100% attack buff, so that's nuts. He also has 120% attack on his passive, plus an additional 60% for 7 turns at the start of turn. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks physical is just a monster of a card. So next unit that we will be looking at is Intelligence Super Gogeta, who is factored on LR Physical Gogeta's team. Again, that is a 170% attack buff. So you guys can see a theme already. Many of these units are here because they're on teams with a 170% attack buff. And they're on teams which link very well together most of the time. That is how you can kind of calculate and do, on average, the most amount of damage possible. So Intelligence Gogeta, pretty easy to like see what he does. Attack 120%, and then effective against all types. So his damage is never going to bounce all over the place. It's pretty much going to be the same thing almost all the time. Alright, so the next unit on the list that we'll be looking at, of course, I think I mentioned it, but that's on LR Super Gogeta's team. Next unit we're looking at is, of course, LR Super Gogeta, or LR Super Saiyan Goku Angel and Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel. Now, same thing. We are factoring in, I believe, that they will not transform into Super Gogeta. So we are only looking at the Angel Goku and Angel Vegeta card. Also, they're factored in under their own leader skill, which is a 170% attack buff. So looking at it, they get attack 120%. They do get 2 key from Rainbow Spheres, and on their 18 key super, they do raise their attack for 1 turn. Pretty easy to kind of base their damage, though, just based on that stuff. All right, so moving on. Next unit is Physical Super Vegeto, who, of course, is a behemoth. Immense damage, and he does, of course, counter regular attacks, which will do a lot of damage, and every time he's hit, he gets a 10% attack buff up to a maximum of 100%, so Super Vegeto is just a true monster. He's probably factored in, under LR, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta, or, LR Super Vegeto, the intelligence leader of the Potara team. That's not really that surprising, I suppose. Mobile Man does mention here, Vegeto's attack calculation is incredibly complicated because not only do you have to factor in counterattacks, but also, like, on average, how many times he'll be hit per turn to get that extra attack buff. But all that stuff being factored in, everything, he does fall in the second spot on this list at 2.5 million attack. So the number one hardest hitting Dokkan Fest unit, that includes obviously the Dokkan Fest LRs and TURs, all other units in the game, and free-to-play LRs, outside of the summonable LRs that are not Dokkan Fest. On average, the hardest hitter is Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto, because he just has so much going for him. He raises his attack by 20% on Super, and then he has a great chance to launch 2 additional attacks. Each of them has, I believe, a 30% chance to be a super attack, and he gets an additional 15% attack every time he attacks. So he is just a roulette of pain. So here we go. So his first additional 100% chance. Second is a 70% chance. 30% chance to be a super attack. That's what the language of the passive indicates. We haven't seen that for sure, but initial testing roughly matches it. Gotcha. SA buff, 57, okay. Cool. So there we go. That's all of that, and he is, of course, factored on LR Super Vegeto's team. So that's one reason that LR, Goku and Vegeta would have some key issues on that team, is, of course, you're going to want, like, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto, front and center on that team. So his attack set is 2.7, and he's still, 200,000 above Super Vegeto, which is a lot. And then they're at 2.3, LR Super Saiyan Goku Angel and Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel. So that is the top 10 list. Now, kind of as a bonus. Oh, what? Let me get this out of here. Uploading videos, whatever. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the top 5 hardest hitting non-Dokkan Fest Gacha LRs. So these are, the unfeatured summonable LRs. Number 5 is Majin Vegeta. The reason is simple. Attack 150% when performing a super attack is just absolutely a behemoth monster, attack. He's factored in under Golden Frieza's, Angel Golden Frieza's leader skill, the Revived Warrior Team, which is 170%. So a massive number. His attack is 2.2. Oh, interesting. So that would put him... Oh, he's behind LR Super Gogeta and in front of Intelligent Super Gogeta. Interesting. Okay. So some of these units are definitely hitting harder than even the Gacha LRs now. That's crazy. All right. So next unit we're going to go ahead and take a look at. LR Goku Black. Now this is vindication for your boy, because I've been screaming since this guy came out that he was incredible and also a little underrated. So they are factored in, of course, on LR Super Vegeto's team. I believe the optimal rotation goes as this. It is Physical Super Vegeto, Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeto, and then SCR Rose Goku Black and LR Goku Black. And then the 2 Super Vegetos are actually floaters on the optimal Potara team. Crazy, I know, but that's how it is. Because, they only have Prepare for Battle, so links are a little wonky. But LR Goku Black, every time he gets hit, his attack just gets higher and higher and higher. Every time he gets hit, he gets an additional 30%, up to a max of 120%. I don't know what it is about them, but, be it their good links or whatever, they're ridiculously high stats. I believe they might have the highest attack stat in the game, Rainbowed. I don't know. There might be another LR that's higher, but theirs is damn near the highest attack stat in the game, if it isn't actually the highest attack stat in the game. Might be LR Broly, actually. All right, so that is LR Goku Black. Next, of course, is... Oh, also, they're 2.2... So they're only slightly above Majin Vegeta, so they would still fall in behind LR Super Gogeta. Okay, interesting. Good to kind of keep that in check. Next, of course, is LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who is factored in under Ultimate Gohan's team. Now, here's where this is important. That is putting him on a 130% attack leader. So when he gets to a 170% attack leader, he could shoot up on this list a little bit. Of course, he is a nuker. He gets 18% attack for every key sphere obtained and +1 key for every key sphere. When you combine that with his 18 key super, which is mega colossal damage, and greatly raises attack for 1 turn, which is 50%, LR Gohan just becomes a monster, plus his common links. Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, Kamehameha, very easy to activate and causes him to do ridiculous damage, even on a 130% attack leader. So he's at 2.3. Is he above Gogeta? Wait, 2.313. Where is Gogeta at? 2.334. So Super Gogeta is still above LR Gohan. Okay, interesting. But obviously, number 2 on this list, as y'all saw, is LR Broly. LR Broly will be factored on the Angel Golden Frieza leader skill, which is attack 170%. And, I mean, he's just a monster. The card that eludes me the most in Dokkan is LR Broly. Number 2 on the list would be Tech Vegito, base form. I can't pull him either on... Okay. LR Broly, I have never been able to pull on either version, Global or JP, but Tech Base Form Vegito, I was able to pull him on Global. I just have not been able to on JP yet. So, LR Broly is my most eluded, most chased after card. As time goes on, he will fall off a little bit because he has a flat attack bonus, not a percentage bonus, but it's just so high, 80,000, that it's still not really catching up to him. SDR Gogeta finally has slowed down with his damage because he only gets the flat 7,000 buff, but we'd not yet hit that point for LR Broly. I know on his list, he's considered, I think, to be linked up with his... Is he? Well, okay, no, I think he might be considered to be linked up with LR Majin Vegeta, or maybe the TUR version of Super Saiyan Broly, but regardless, the fact that he's able to get 2 super attacks, he gets that 6,000 when he performs a super attack, and then he gets an additional attack. Like, it's just absolutely monstrous. It allows Broly to clear everything. Very soon, I'm going to go crazy on the STR type banner and hopefully pull this guy. We will see. His attack is 2.6. So where would that put him? That would put him above Physical Super Vegito, but still below Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Interesting. And then, of course, the #1 hardest hitter in Dokkan, many people could have guessed this, is actually LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, calculated on Super Saiyan 3 Bardock's team. It is actually relatively easy to get his 18-key super, even though you basically need that in order for him to do crazy damage. 3.1, so he's above even Tech Vegito Blue. And, of course, he is factored on a Super Saiyan 3 Bardock leader skill. And, of course, what he does is attack 180% when performing an Ultra Super attack. I've already talked about how in this video they do more damage when the buff applies when they perform the super attack, which is why LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku does so much more damage than like every other unit in the game. Oh, wait, his attack, 22,460. Real quick, what is Broly's? 22,460. We want Broly and LR Goku Black. So 22,460. So LR Goku Black is above Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Okay, so LR Broly Rainbow does have the highest attack set in the game. Okay, that's what I figured. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the changelog. So LR Super Vegito and Super Gogeta were added to the list. Extreme Z Awaken, Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku, and Physical Omega Shenron were removed from the main list. LR Super Saiyan Goku Black, or Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and Zamasu were added to the LR list, and LR Goten and Trunks were removed from the LR list. So there you guys have it. Those are the hardest hitters in Dokkan, calculated by Mobile Man himself. Thank you to the Dokkan subreddit. Thank you to Mobile Man for the great post. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good day, and later.